Hello, everybody. I'm back from vacation. Very happy, but also a little bit tired. So let's take a look at what happened in the stock market during the past week. So Tesla is down $2.48. That's 1.43%. At 171.32. And yeah, let's look at what this looks like on the chart. Last week, we were holding above 174.89. We held there for a little bit more than a week. And then things started to crater last week also. Wednesday, we closed lower at 174.89. And now we are coming back up a little bit. But look at this. Yesterday, we came back up, but we could not, the price could not than 174.89 right here. So this is not boding well. We tried it again. We tried to get back above that price, and we are not going above that price at all. So right now, 174.89 is what we call a resistance. So nobody wants to pay higher than that price. So there are no buyers to push the price higher than that. So we are currently into a congestion zone between 154.54 and 174.89. In terms of indicators, everything is in the tank. Stochastic is below 60. MACD, well, the two lines of MACD are below the 0 line, and the green line is lower than the red line. RSI is at 38 and not 50. We also have the green line below the red line. So nothing is good right now. What can we do with this information? Well, there's no buy impulse yet. So there's no sign that Tesla wants to go back up. So it could keep continuing down. It could also come back up at a later point in time, but right now we don't see any signs. Of course, you can always buy when you want, but if you want to maximize your chances of making a profit, you should wait, in my opinion, for a sign that Tesla wants to go back up. And what would be that sign? Stochastic over 60, and also a break of a horizontal resistance. And the horizontal resistance I would use is 174.89, because this is where we were on February 6th, and that was holding at those dates. But since then, it cratered. We also have very important support at 155.46. If we look back in the past a little bit, people remember the important numbers for a stock. This is why our past supports can still be of use to us. So right here, April 27, 2023, look at this. 155.46 came a little bit lower, then boom, we have recovered from that point on, which was also a diagonal support at this point. And also we had a big gap up on January 26th. So, this 155.46 is important. This is an important support. So we could get back down to it and we could be bouncing on it. This is what the stock is supposed to do. If we break 155.46, this is going down to 125.43. This is going to be the lower step. And if it goes above 174.85, 89, then this is a buy if stochastic gets over 60. Let's take a look at the VIX. So VIX, not too bad. We are at 1383. When the VIX is going down, the stock market tends to go up. So yeah, we have crossed below 1409. And these past couple of days, we have been trending down. And also we have these big long wicks here on last Thursday and Friday. So this is telling me that VIX does not want to go higher than 1485. So this is boding well for the stock market. Let's take a look at the government bonds. So the bonds have been coming higher and higher. We have stochastic over 60. So this could be a legitimate move up if we break 4.328, which we cannot break. We did not break it today. We did not close above it today. We did not close above it yesterday. And the same thing in February. So we'll see what's happening. So far, the move up is at least contained. And US dollar is climbing back up. We have stochastic over 60. And now we are trying to break this downward resistance right here. So we have broken it today. So we are closing above. So US dollars is trending up, which should not be helping the stock market. let's take a look at our stock indices. So Dow Jones, nothing to see here. This is just going sideways. S&P 500 still in its bullish channel, so this is still trending. NASDAQ is still trending sideways. So the big number to remember for NASDAQ is 17,803 at the bottom and 18,336 at the top. Let's take a look at the Magnificent Seven and some other important stocks. So, okay, Apple is trying to recover a little bit. We are just outside of our bearish channel. So, okay, there's some interesting news there. This is not ready to be bought at all. It would need to prove itself to us by breaking 180.24 with a good stochastic. Amazon going sideways. AMD falling back into a congestion zone it was in at the beginning of January and February. So this big bullish channel that we were into since November of last year, this is, this is not gone yet. We are still above the diagonal support right here. This is the diagonal support. We are still above it. We're still above. But we don't have stochastic over 60, so most likely we could be breaking that one tomorrow or this week. ARM, this is just moving sideways, nothing to do here. No stochastic, so this should be weakening a little bit more. If we break 116.50, this is going down. Google, okay. Google is a little bit all over the place. We were into this downward channel. We came lower and we catapulted ourselves, boom, outside of it. So quite a big move. So right now, the number we would need to break is 151.88 right here. We broke it in January for 3-4 days, came back down to it. So this is a really important number. If we start breaking it, this will mean that we have buyers coming back. And we have stochastic over 60, so that's always good to have. Microsoft, outside of its congestion zone. So this one is again bullish now. So we have stochastic over 60. So, this one, if you want to get back in right now, this is the time. Put a stop loss just a little bit lower than 415.25. If you can suffer this, you put a stop loss at 410.69. And if you cannot suffer it, just put it, put it just below at 412.17. We have another support right there. Meta, also the same pattern as Microsoft, so outside of its congestion zone. This one has no stochastic, so, if you buy it, it's a little bit more risky. NVIDIA, after having broken 746.31, we are continuing in our bullish channel. We came outside of it a bit, but now we seem to be bouncing on support right here. This is buyable right now. If you want to be just a little bit more sure that it really wants to go, you can wait until it breaks this downward resistance line I just drew. Palantir. Okay, so Palantir, after having gone up and down, last week it moved pretty well. Yeah, 2 weeks ago we had a big move, but then it came back down very, very fast. And now it's holding 23.28, no stochastic. So we'll see if it can hold its support right here. But, when we don't have stochastic over 60, it's really hard to believe any move up that we see. SMCI, okay, SMCI is coming back down. This one is down 8%. Look at this. This is, this is in free fall for now. So the bullish channel is done. It's completely done. We had a congestion zone right here. It fell through that. So now this is take profit time. It just broke 982.37. This take profit time. And then we can pick it back up if it tells us, if it shows to us that it wants to come back up. Let's take a look at our EV stocks. So BYD doing very well. We had a congestion zone right here, and it needed to break 26. Once it broke 26, now it's gone. This is a bullish channel right here, so it's supposed to be zigzagging here. So yeah, if you buy right here, you need to suffer it until it comes back to that support and come back again. So this is what you can get for buying at the top of the bullish channel. This is the bullish channel. This is at the top. Lucid broke outside of the bullish channel, so super weak, and we have some support at 254 right here. Very cheap. Lucid is not doing very well. Neo battery material, we are holding on to 18 cents. No stochastic. So, it's not really time to buy yet because we have no indication that it really wants to go back up. Neo, the same thing, just broke below 529. So this is not looking well. No stock, I would not touch that. And Novonix, this one had a crazy day. I don't really know why, but look at this. It came super low at 180 and now it's coming back up. If we take a look at the 1 hour chart, boom. So we had, I guess, a big seller, but then what I like to see is that it came back up with very little volume. So it tells me that the sellers are no longer there. So it just came back. Xpeng cannot break 1056. This is the number that we need in order to get back in. Rivian, going sideways, it had a nice move up right here, but it didn't last. So right now we are waiting for 1020. And to be really sure, you can wait for 1020 or 1316. If you want to be really sure, it's 1316. If you want to be a bit more aggressive, it is 1020. 1220. Bitcoin, it has been dropping for the past week. No stochastic, but it looks like it wants to bounce on this thing right here. So let's hope it does. Baito, this is another fund that reacts a little bit more towards Bitcoin. So I'm just taking a look at this one. XRP, big move up and down, basically going sideways. Physical gold, caving in just a little bit, not too bad. The next impulse is going to be at 1686. Silver, this is caving in, this made it top. Stochastic is still good, so there's still a chance that it's going to recover. But, silver is really volatile. So I would not be surprised if we come back down to $8 very fast. So this is it for today. You can join me every single day for an update on the stocks that we've just looked at. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.